All right. All right. Hey there, friends. Today we are going to be going over Piano Fundamentals Level 2. All right. This is the Luigi book, and we're here with Daniel.
Hey, everybody.
All right. And with that, we are going to just dive into this book and learn about what the whole idea is. So I'm going to share my screen here, and we're going to kind of flip through as we go. All right. So level 2 begins with the hands beginning to learn about rhythm. Remember, in level 1, they just met the friends of middle C position. The kids are playing songs, and they're super curious. Like, okay, we get that some notes need to be longer and some need to be shorter, and the kids are looking for that answer, and we're ready to give it to them here in level 2. And we start off with the teacher inviting the hands for pizza, and we meet Luigi from Luigi's Pizzeria. And so Luigi is trying to sell the hands on a pizza for just a $4. A whole pizza for $4? Yum! Elhan, being very serious as always, we cannot eat a whole pizza, even if it is only $4. Ah, how about a half of a pizza for $2? Yes, a half of a pizza for $2. No way, half a pizza is still too much pizza, even if it is only $2. No problem. Here at Luigi's Pizzeria, you can get a quarter pizza for $1. Great, a quarter pizza has 2 slices. Double yum. So for all of you out there watching this, obviously the pizzas are representing the basic notes of rhythm. So while the hands are going through the comic, just enjoying their pizza, the teacher is jumping in to explain this, again reiterating so they know a whole is 4, a half is 2, a quarter is 1. You get kids to repeat that while you're at this comic. They do it every time. Luigi says the teacher will show you. All right, and here we are getting to whole notes, half notes, and quarter notes. All right, the teacher goes on to show that these things are the same. As usual, L hand's totally getting it. R hand is totally confused. And this is really awesome for all your students who are like, they're going to fall into one of the camps. They're going to relate with one of these hands. It works out really well. So this next page, the kids just get their hands into middle C position and give it a try. I've literally never had a kid have a problem with this. They go through and they count 4 beats, they count 2 beats, they count 1 beat. So after they've given that a shot, we jump in here, and I really want the kids to feel music away from the piano, feel it in their bodies. So we have a clapping system with Casey and friends, and it starts off with quarter notes. It's a simple clap. This is not rocket science. The kids clap it, they feel it, they got to play LPE and Seesaw C together as quarter notes. It always works. So next we get into half notes. That's when the clap becomes clap, down, clap, down, clap, down, clap, down. Okay, so the clap down situation is also easy. I literally never have a kid have a problem. So now the kids go to play this. Sometimes they do say, what does 12 mean? You have to say, no, this is 1, 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2. They clap it out and then they play the song. Okay, piano teachers, at this moment, you're like, what is this kind of rhythm? This is not time signature or, what is happening here? I know. Trust me, we're going to get to time signatures in a little bit. But here's the thing. If you think about it, like, by introducing time signatures immediately and not telling the kids the value of each of these notes, it's like teaching them math and having an equals XYZ without ever explaining what X plus Y plus Z could possibly be. They need to know the individual value of the notes in order to understand how this gets built. And I do not do this for very long. I just teach them this for a little short amount of time, and then they can remember. And again, they're kids. They have elastic minds. You can teach them this so that they can always go back and say, oh yeah, I know a quarter note is 1, or I know a half note is 2, and I can add that together. They can handle that and then learn how to evolve it into time signatures 4, 4, 3, 4, et cetera, et cetera. We do get to that relatively quickly. And just as another analogy, you teach kids how to read individual words, then create sentences, then create paragraphs. by teaching all of the rhythm things all at once, it's like starting off with a paragraph and then wondering why kids are confused. Unnecessary. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2. They go through, they play this song. It's, again, not a problem. Now we give them a little break from thinking and a little distraction while we're also teaching them some music vocabulary, a stem, like a stem on a flower. This is super effective. Kids totally remember. Okay, we haven't talked about dotted half notes yet, but we just throw it in here and the kids don't even seem to mind or care. So we're learning about dotted half notes and we are adding in a clap. This time we're starting this clap, and this clap is like a triangle. You'll notice this little gray symbol here. We use this a little bit. There is about 15% of kids, and they are your students, who like really, really, really love these symbols, and they'll draw them in and it helps them understand. It's just a learning style thing. So it's super subtle here. It's like not well done. It's just casual. And this is just a resource for you. Hey, it's the triangle shape. It's the triangle shape. If they like that, they probably can really feel it when they're doing the clapping. So that's a thing that you can use. All right, so now we go on. We try something with dotted half notes and quarter notes. Again, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Have them clap it and then have them play it. I really promise that this is not hard for the kids. They are getting this like really without a lot of obstacle. Okay, so here we are jumping into whole notes, and it's the last one that we're going to learn in this book. It is a square shape. You'll see down here at the bottom, we got a little square going on where it's clap, down, out, up, clap, down, out, up. And really, you ham this up. This is funny because you get the kids and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And like they're laughing, they're having a good time. They totally remember how to do this, and it's enjoyable. So I hope you've noticed that all the clapping builds on the previous clap, right? 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that is how the kids learn these basic rhythms. Again, L hand confident, R hand is like not so sure, but he's gonna try. Okay, count whole and half notes. They go through, they play this song. They really don't have a problem. 4-corner rhythm. This is awesome if you're in person. It's a little hard if you're not in person, but the kids cut out these cards and they place them in different corners of the room. You go to the piano and you start playing, hey, I'm going to play quarter notes. 1, 1, 1, 1. And the kids run over to the corner that the quarter note card is, and they start clapping with you. And then you say, I'm going to change. I get all dramatic. And then 1, 2, 1, 2. And now the kid has to run to the 1, 2, 1, 2. They got to clap with you. Another deep breath. I play the 1, 2, 3. And then another deep breath. I play the 1, 2, 3, 4. They have to run to these corners of the room. They have to do the clapping with you. And after I let them get warmed up with all going in order, then you just start mixing it up. And you're like, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And they're running. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and they're running. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And they're running back and forth, and they're clapping, and they're feeling it in their body, and they're laughing, and you go faster and faster until, like, that's enough. So play the game for just a couple minutes, not super long. Don't wait until they're too winded, or else the rest of your lesson will be a mess. But they really love it. And once you teach this game, you have it in your back pocket to use over and over again in the lessons. Anytime the kid's like, feeling fidgety, whatever, just have them play a quick game of 4-corner rhythm. They really don't get sick of it. They kind of love it. Okay. This is just the directions for 4-corner rhythm. Okay, so now they have it in their body and they're kind of knowing it. We just run through with this little clapping exercise. And we're going to have more exercises like this for you in the teacher's lounge. So again, the kids just have to go through clap, 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 down, out, up. And it really separates it from the piano and makes sure you can see if they get it, if they feel it in their body, and you'll know whether they know what's going on or not. If they don't, you just go backwards and read the comics again, because they'll read the comics like 10 times in a row. They don't care. Okay, cool. So now in this next page, we're going to take that same thing. We're going to put a line like this, and before you play it, clap it. The kids are going to go ahead and just play, that song. They're going to clap it first and then play the song. And the next page, it opens up together, so they see both pages. It's the same friends, LVE, the dude, and Seesaw C, but we reverse the rhythm. So they'll have a chance to clap it and play it, and then you can talk to them. Say, hey, you notice that LVE here is a whole note, and on the previous page, LVE was a quarter note. Do you see how totally different that is? And it really, but then they're able to play across both pages, and it's totally reinforced. They have no trouble at all. Okay, now we are jumping into Good Old Mary Had a Little Lamb, which they've already played, noticing that lamb is longer. It's like discussions, take it as long as you want. And now our hand comes in with a very important, I don't like quarter notes. They cover up the friends. Actually, maybe they hurt the friends. Friends, are you okay? Hey, our hand, we're okay. Quarter notes don't hurt us. They just tell you to play for one beat. So this is answering to definitely some of your students who are skeptical. They're trying to get out of this rhythm thing, but we have this page here where you can go through and review with them and let them really know that they know all this stuff. They know that Fred is on the line that goes in between the dots, and he says, "Hi, fit in between the dots." And they know that the girl is stuck there from the gab race, screaming, "Get me out of here!" So we could go through, this page, and we'll talk about on another video about doing all the voices for the friends. So I'm not going to spend that time now. All right, cool. So now the kids are playing rhythm. They're clapping it. They're counting it. They're playing it. They're understanding it. We're going through some songs. Rhythm is good. They're liking this song. Hey, now they're playing some notes together. It's a little bit more challenging. Kids really like this song. Got a good little Yankee Doodle happening. All the kids love it. And if you know anything about anything, you know that once kids learn Yankee Doodle, they're going to try and play that song fast. So we take that momentum of wanting to play Yankee Doodle fast and use it as a chance to explain tempo. And this is just a sweet little comic explaining tempo, and it's something that you can go back to and refer to all the time, because your kids are going to want to rush all the time, and you want to have this languaging with them to be able to say, like, hey, you gotta still count for 4 beats. You can have a fast tempo, but you can't just skip over how many beats each kind of note gets. So this is really helpful languaging. I think the comic is sweet, and I reference this comic a lot in future lessons. With that, we go into Hush Little Baby, because now we're getting a slow tempo song. We throw in this repeat symbol, and that's fine. That's good. Okay, so we have this little repeat song, another repeat in the middle, and we're just kind of getting them used to seeing things added to it. Give them a chance to write their own rhythm song. It's super short. They just follow the directions. This is not, there's not a lot of kickback on that. And now we get to the end of this first section where it's quiz time. There, the song sounds delicious. So Luigi, we take a little quiz here and see that if the kids totally know this is a half of a pizza, this is a whole, this is a quarter, and they can answer these, and it just gives you a different way to gauge whether they know what is going on or not. So after we end at this section, we're about 29 pages into this book. Now we're going to get into time signatures. So let's build on the information the kids already know, and let's make it look like real music. I also often make a point myself to say, like, listen, nobody teaches music that way. This is the way that everyone teaches music. This is so important to know, and I really reiterate that at this point. And the kids get it, and they like showing off that they know math. So you go through, you read the comics, right? Everything adds up to 4, all the ways that you can add up to 4. You add a time signature, some bar lines, some measures. Then we go to the next one. Now the teacher breaks it down and is explaining each one of the things, okay? So the kids are pointing it out, they're answering the questions, they're engaging with our hand, and they're putting it together. So in this, where the teacher's finally explaining what they're seeing, and now they just got to play this song, counting measures. Now, some kids will at this point still say 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. And you say, hey, listen, you did that right, but now we got to count to 4. You just got to catch them in this moment. Again, they have elastic little brains. They can adapt and change and grow. This is the nature of learning. But you just want to take the extra minute, if they're doing that, to point out what it is they missed. You can always go back a couple pages and just reread the comic and just make sure they get this concept. Mm-hmm. So starting at this point, now we're just cruising through understanding 4 time signatures and how to count, how to clap, how to feel this in your body. We start off count to 4 easy. Then it gets hard. Kids love this. They're like, oh, now it's harder. Then, oh, hardest? Okay, now we're in a 2-page song. This one takes 2 pages to play. Then we get into this challenge, and they're all up for it. Okay, challenge activity. It's another little songwriting song, and you just follow the instructions here, box 1 here, box 2 down here, and build the song out. This one, for some reason, like it's a little intimidating for them. It takes like an extra minute, but you just have to walk it through for them, and they won't have a problem. Okay, here comes Old MacDonald, and this is an important part because you're gonna have a kid who's like not into this rhythm, so we give them our hand to identify. Our hand's so trying to get out of it. Do we really need rhythm? I could just hang out with the friends, right? So we play the beginning part of Old MacDonald. The song is just cut off and short. If they want to play the whole thing, tell them how to do it. And this next page, though, and they're opened up side by side when it's on the music stand. Old MacDonald with pig rhythm, right? The pig goes and changes the rhythm, and the kids have to figure out how to play this. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, right? And the kids are like, what is this? This is a mess. And you're like, I know it's a mess. And I don't even give it to them for homework oftentimes. I tell them it's optional if they want to play it. But we take the minute and we go back and we point out that it's still C-C-C-G-A, right? And then C-C-C-G-A, right? We go through it each and notice that all the friends are the same, but what a mess it is if the pig goes and changes the rhythm. So not only the kids are realizing they must learn this, our hand has realized it. The pig song does not sound right. I guess we do need rhythm. Ah! What's the matter, our hand? Are you okay? I'm okay, but if we do need rhythm, then I have to think. And that makes me say, ah! So our hand is conceited. He needs to know this. Everyone's conceited. So let's just get some practice. Let's reinforce this over and over again. So that's what's going to happen. But as usual, we make it a fun storyline that the kids love going through all the songs. So this becomes a 2-page song. Our hand can count. You're going through it. And oh my gosh, at the end, the monkey has come and stolen Seesaw C. Our hand is like, oh no, a monkey is stealing Seesaw C. What? The monkey is real? Of course he's real. Who makes up monkeys? Seesaw C. So now the monkey is off and the kids are totally engaged. They can't wait to play the next song. They love this whole thing. The monkey has us. Oh no, we'll get you, monkey. So they're up playing with the stars as we learn what has he done, done, right? This song is going to go on for 2 pages. Monkey Thief. This is the whole song. They're playing notes together. They're counting the rhythm. The hands are trying to save everybody. We're playing Saving Seesaw C. We have repeat symbols. We have dotted half notes. Like we're clapping, we're counting, we're playing along. And then they recruit Luigi for some help. Everyone loves this comic and it really breaks up the lesson pretty well. And Luigi goes chasing off after Monkey while the hands rescue Seesaw C. A true victory. Pizza wins. Yes. And so now they're talking back and forth and we throw in Little Bunny Foo Foo. And this is kind of like a funny song. You need the bopping is 2/8 notes, and really the rhythm for this is kind of different. You'll notice, but you can talk to the kids about that. That we haven't learned all the kinds of notes yet in this book, and if you want to play it by ear for them and let them repeat that, it's fine. It's really not going to break them to hear that they're going to learn more one day. It's really okay. So here we are with Bye Bye Monkey, where Luigi has finally caught up with the monkey and bopped him on the head with a pizza, of course. And so this is where the monkey exits, and we get Bye Bye Monkey. It's a 2-page song, and we are good. So this is Farajaka, or, Are You Sleeping? Are You Sleeping? Another song. The kids are cruising through here. This is their first inclination that there are lower notes than middle C. And this gives you a chance to just kind of be like, oh, hey, this is how you get a D. They can reach over with their right hand and play it, or they can stretch their hand down. But this kind of preps for this next section coming up. Okay, halfway test time. Here we are halfway through the book. The kids answer the very important quiz questions. You have this challenge built in. If you want to go back to one of the level 1 books and have the kids use that as now kind of worksheets where they can write in time signatures and rhythm and counting, it's it's really good to give them the ability to kind of understand this and create their own with it. All right, so here we are chugging into a new position. Elhan moves down. He's moving down 3 notes. And I oftentimes can point out to kids, if they need it, that it's as your thumb is moving down, you're playing hot cross buns, right? So if they need to know where they go, you just hot cross buns them right down to C position. Here we meet Evil E. He is evil, hiding in the space. Okay, so he says nothing. He's not helpful at all, and he's there to mess with you. So we'll again talk about the friends more in depth in another video, but I'm cruising along right now. We got Evil E. He's in here. We got songs reinforcing Evil E. Here's another song. In comes Divided by D. She's very southern. She loves to divide things. She's dividing the base staff in half. She divides all sorts of things. So you just let Divided by D do her divide by thing, and we'll let her cruise through. Yep. So we're always introducing something and then reinforcing it for a few songs. So we've done that. And last but not least, we meet Sad C. Why does everyone forgive me? I'm so sad. Sad C is always a forgotten note. When the friends aren't there, I don't know if you've used other music books or whatever, kids just forget this C. I don't know why. It's just a thing. That's why he's so sad. So this is a lot of fun. I have a blast with Sad C because eventually when we're out of the Casey and Friends books, even if they do forget this note, I never say what note it is. I just cry. So the kids are cruising along through this new position. We're always giving them an opportunity to take little quizzes, to reinforce things, to draw the friends, to really get this into their system. So we have this game time. This is very similar to, well, it's the original version of the deck of cards that we have. So you're welcome to buy a deck of cards, have your families buy a deck of cards, or cut this out. This is not as good as our deck of cards, but it totally does the job. And before I had the deck of the cards, I loved this. But now we got something better. Okay, we are getting up to here in the 70s. We are introducing rests, and Luigi is, telling the hands to take a rest, and it's just a funny kind of little talk. Here we got quarter notes, half notes, whole notes, and the teacher's explaining it. We go through and talk about bingo. Almost every kid knows this song. And so we go through and we have them draw in the rests here as bingo comes in. So they really see like what the whole point of a rest is and why they would need it. And, just keep it basic. I know this isn't perfect, but like put quarter notes here, put a half note here, do a quarter note and a half, rest here. Do a whole rest here, right? Okay, so we know that some of the notes, it's not all even, but they don't need to catch on to this right now, and it doesn't matter. Just let them learn. It's fine. Okay. Rest easy. Again, we always introduce something, then make it super easy for them. Rest still easy. Good. This is the now this is what, like, I get this into kids' heads with this comic, and they remember it forever. When I look at a rest, I think of a street musician with a hat on above his two eyes, and I have the kids physically pretend to put a hat on and then poke themselves in the eyes, right? Put the hat on, poke themselves in the eyes, right? And it's that they're remembering there's two eyes, two beats, hat on, two eyes, two beats. You're going to have to reinforce that one, but it is really effective. I mean, I have kids way past all of this stuff that still can look at a half rest and use this to feel grounded and feel like they know what it is. Okay? If the musician takes it off, he wants a whole lot of money or a whole dollar, or he can throw it on the ground and it becomes a hole and he jumps into it and he disappears. Whatever, you can elaborate on this comic, but a hole is the hat off. And so get the kids to put their hat on, get them to take the hat off and feel that and see that. Okay, cool. So now we're getting to rest harder. We're trying, we're in C position. Okay, rest hardest. It's not really that hard. Okay, they can make up their own song again. And we keep these really short in this book. Like, it's all of them, if you've noticed, have been like 3 measures. Keep it easy, the songwriting in level 2. Okay, so we have a little game show just for amusement. Kids love this. It's really fun. You just hide the questions from them. Treble friends for 100. And then you go through and read the questions. It's amusing, and they have a lot of fun with it. Okay, the rest of this book is all about reviewing what they've learned and getting to the end. So the hands are going through and discussing what it is that they've learned, and we just go back and we play it all. We're remembering everything. And this, for you teachers, will really help you find out if they missed something. And kids miss things all the time. And they might have missed one concept and then gotten all the other ones. And this gives you a chance to kind of really see, like, hey, can they do all this? And if they can't, you just go back to that part of the book and open it up and read it again to them. Just always go back. They don't care if they read this book 5 times, I promise. All right, so we're really just reviewing. We're reviewing. It goes through, stem up, stem down. We're just pointing out that sad C's stem will often change direction. Okay, here at the end of the book, we're throwing in 3/4 time. We just can't let them just hang out in 4/4 time for the rest of their life. So we're throwing in a little bit of 3/4 time. We don't spend a lot of time on this. We're just introducing the concept, and they'll have more of this in the supplemental books that reinforce this learning. We also add in tide notes. It's important for them to know that. And you just follow the comics. This isn't rocket science. I don't even need to reiterate, I don't think. So, we're just showing them that they're not there, and then we start taking these kind of helpers away, right? Like, just give them a hand, let them get the concept, and then take it away, like all good things. All right, they finally wind up. They got some bingo at the end here, and a final song, I Like Friends. Okay, and now they get through. We got test time. You go through again. Let's see if they can answer all of these questions. Do they know who's on a line? Do they know who's in a space? Do they know all of these concepts? They're brilliant, and you are done. Yes. So that is the whole explanation of what you're going to learn in piano fundamentals and how it's going to work. All right. Do you have any burning questions?
No, that sounds great to me.
All right, cool. Well, I'll sign off now, and we'll see you later. Bye.